So Vergil Ortiz is finally back after a year and a half off due to illness and issues with weight and everything. He's putting him in there with Frederick Lawson, welterweight that they brought up in weight to fight at 154 because Vergil is debuting at 154 now. And listen, I'm not one to say, I mean, he's been off for a while. I wasn't expecting them to throw him in there with a killer at all. That's too risky to do that. But what I'm saying is, why not find a 154 pounder somewhere, like in the lower rankings? Hey, that's just how I feel. But let's talk about it. What's going on? What's going on? Hope y'all all had a happy new year, um, a good holiday. We move into a new year. We are stepping into 2024, which means new things, new chances to better ourselves, do better things and bigger things. And I wish y'all all the best and have a prosperous 12-month cycle. All right. Uh, that is where I aim to go with Rebel Life Boxing. So just stick around and enjoy the ride. But we got a fight coming up, man, with Vergil Ortiz, man. He's been out for a year and a half. He's been having health issues. He had COVID. He had an issue. There was a disease he had, and something was going on with his tissues, with his muscle tissue. I don't remember the name of the disease. I can't even pronounce the name. But he's been out for a while. His last fight was Michael McKinson. He won by knockout. And Vergil Ortiz has all knockouts, by the way. He's in the 100% knockout ratio league. Okay, so very strong puncher. Down at welterweight at least. He's been having issues. He fainted when he was supposed to fight Stanionis this year, and he passed out trying to make weight. And a lot of people were saying that he's a big boy, and he's been struggling for a while to make this weight. So this fight here with Frederick Lawson, a guy that already has 3 losses, will be taking place January the 6th. All right, and Fred Lawson is a welterweight pretty much. So you ask yourself, well, why are they putting Vergil Ortiz in the ring with a welterweight at 154? This is Vergil Ortiz's first debut fight at 154 pounds. So he moved up. So the idea is to get Vergil Ortiz back on track. That is what this fight pretty much is. It's a tune-up fight, but what I'm baffled at is why are they letting him fight a welterweight? There's plenty of junior middleweights he can afford, in my opinion, right? So I'm not sure where they're going with this. He should easily smoke this dude. Dude has good punching power, the guy he's fighting, and this is going to be a prediction for this fight pretty much. So let me just run down the tail of the tape. We got Vergil Ortiz Jr., man, 19 wins, no losses, 19 big wins by knockout. I'm not sure how old Vergil Ortiz is. I think he's probably his early 30s. He stands at 5'10", and he has a 70-inch arm reach. All right, with a 100% KO ratio, man. So he knocked out everybody he's fought so far. So then Frederick Lawson, he has 30 wins, 3 losses, and sorry about that, a little technical difficulties, but yeah, Fred Lawson, he's at 30 wins, 3 losses, and 22 wins by knockout. And he's been knocked out 3 times. Every loss he's had has been by knockout, man. You know what's crazy? They also say that boxers that have punching power, a lot of times they can't take a hit themselves, and very well may be the case with Vergil Ortiz was damn near knocked out by Stanionis. Stanionis wobbled him. Even Maurice Hooker wobbled him. If you go back and watch the fight, you'll see that. So I think Vergil Ortiz might be a little chinny. Just saying, just saying. I mean, Maurice Hooker, he has decent power. He's not like a really big puncher, but he could punch. But he's not a huge puncher. He wobbled Vergil Ortiz. Stanionis definitely wobbled him. Okay, but that doesn't mean Vergil ain't come back and put leather to ass, and that's what he did. He knocked both of them out. But what I'm saying is he's chinny, man. I think he might be a little suspect in the chin area, man. And if somebody with heavier hands than Maurice Hooker or Stanionis had to, I'm sorry, I said Stanionis. I meant to say Mean Machine. I'm sorry, y'all. He fought Mean Machine. He was supposed to fight Stanionis, but Mean Machine hurt him. And so did Maurice Hooker. So if you fight somebody like a Boots Ennis or somebody like that, they could possibly knock him out, man. I always said that Boots would knock out Vergil Ortiz, and I stand on that one. So this guy has the same arm reach as Vergil Ortiz, 70 inches. He's 5'9", so he's just an inch shorter. So they have the same dimensions, same size, man. But the difference is this guy is a welterweight. All right, his last 3 fights against somebody named Esteban Villalobos. He won that by decision. This was in April 2023 of last year. And then he fought the same year a guy named Collinson Corley. He knocked him out in the first round. All right. These dudes that the dude he knocked out, this Collinson dude, 16-11, man. Come on. And then he got knocked out by Charles Hatley in the last round. So that was in 2021. So his last 3 fights, man, he got knocked out himself. Then he got the knockout in the first round against a really unknown person, and then he won a decision against Esteban Villalobos. So Vergil Ortiz last 3 fights, were much better than this guy last 3 fights. So you do the math, man. Vergil's strong, very cagey fighter, really tight defense. I just think his chin is a little suspect. To average fighters that have average power, if they're able to wobble him, somebody with real heavy hands will definitely hurt him, probably get him out of there. But he withstood those punches because those dudes, they didn't have that crazy thump to their punch like that. So that's why they was able to not really knock him out, in my opinion. This guy here is a welterweight, and Vergil moved up to 154, so they pulled the dude up to fight him. I'm not sure why they did that. There's lots of fighters at 154 that could have had Vergil ready. And the jury is still out on Vergil if he even good for 154 because he's a big boy. You know what I mean? He might be a real 160 fighter, a 160 pounder, man. He might end up having to move up again. Hopefully the same thing don't happen again, when he comes time to make weight for this weight class. That coupled with his long COVID and then coupled with the other condition that he had, that could possibly play a factor. But we'll see. But I think I haven't even seen anything on this guy. I haven't watched any footage on him. But, man, just by saying this, they pulled him up in weight. He didn't look as impressive in his last, according to the record at least, compared to Vergil's last fights, man. I got to give the fight to Vergil, man, especially by the pulling up in weight. I don't know if that's going to be good for this Frederick dude. Only thing I will say, there's always that wild card chance that this guy could go in there and beat Vergil and knock him out or something. If he does that, man, I think Vergil's career might be questionable, man, because that sickness is doing something to him. He probably don't need to be boxing anymore. But we'll find out next week. But I'm going with Vergil Ortiz by stoppage, body shot, probably like third, fourth round. Just my opinion. But we already know this is boxing, man. Anything can happen. And being with Vergil having those issues, I would still put some money on this guy to win against Vergil, just to be, just to throw that in the mix, y'all. So, was I wrong when I said y'all gotta listen to me with these things sometimes? I told y'all about the Joseph Parker and Wilder fight and what happened. So, your boy Rebel ain't playing. I be right about a lot of this stuff, man. I watch these dudes. So, I'm going with Vergil Ortiz by knockout. I'll give him the fourth round. Let me know what y'all think. It's Rebel Life Boxing. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And I'm off this.